What's up, fellas? Had a loyal patron supporter that wanted me to talk about the things that I want from a woman for me to put her in my rotation. All right, guys. So first off, I want to say this. I respect the question, but I done kind of move off of rotations, and I'm more into a polyamorous lifestyle now, guys. I've been dating the same woman for 5 years, and we've had, I would say over that 5 years, a couple dozen girls come and go. The most I had at one time was her and 2 other girls at one time. And so I'm more into that now than the rotation, all right? Not saying that I'm opposed to a rotation, but I like the polyamorous lifestyle a little bit more, all right? It's kind of like a group meeting. Yeah, you get multiple asses. It's like this, guys. Which one you think pay the most money, right? Training a client individually or having group classes? See, that's what I want. I want to have a 4-girl rotation at one time. That's what my goal is, all right? But as they come and go, for whatever reason, maybe they decide that I don't want to share a man, whatever, right? Y'all guys understand how fickle women are. It's the same thing go for a polyamorous lifestyle too, right? Be in and out. If you guys ask me off the top of my head, what's the number one reason I think we've had a hard time keeping a girl consistently is I think at some point they kind of get in their head they want their own man, right? They kind of know that she's going to be number one and they're probably going to be number two, even though I try to, guys, I try to give all of them the equal amount of strokes. I try to show them, I suck their titties. I suck her 3 times. I do all that. But for whatever reason, maybe because she here first, but if y'all guys ask me the number one reason, because I know how to provide experience and stuff, I just think that it basically boils down to them mentally like, I don't know, I want my own, right? So anyway, guys, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, how you could save half your money if you had a roommate, but you still kind of just rather have your own shit. Even though, if I had a roommate, we could split all the bills and man, I'll be able to invest so much more money. But you still kind of like, yeah, I get all that, but I just want my own place, right? I understand I got my own room and all this. It still ain't nothing like your own. So I kind of, in my head, but, hopefully we'll meet a girl that accepts her position as the bottom bitch. Anyway, let me get into this as into what I would like into my polyamorous rotation, and so to speak, so you can use this for your rotation as in what I require, right? So let's get into this, guys. Number one, femininity. Now, I've been the one to tell y'all guys that, and I forgot to turn this damn fan. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn it off right now. That's my little, what's that little bullshit? The air purifier, right? Get all the dust out there. Anyway, I forgot to turn it off when I turned the video. But anyway, I've been the one to tell y'all guys a woman's feminine energy is correlated to your masculine energy, right? Her attraction level, how much masculine energy, you passed in tests, keeping her feminine. All right. And that's true, guys. But another thing that comes into play also, guys, is the woman social programming. So as a lot of you guys don't understand today is that a lot of women are being taught that being feminine is associated with being weak because they associate feminine with submissiveness, which is associated with weakness. And so even if you're presenting all these masculine qualities, even if you're passing tests, even if she really likes you, you got an interest real high, when a woman associate feminine energy with submissive energy to her, which equates to weakness, then she repels against that because she's hell-bent on being a strong woman, right? And so what you basically have to avoid, what I try to avoid is women who are, going with this social programming that being in a feminine essence is weakness. There's nothing you could do that can overcome a woman who's been told and believes that me being a fucking woman makes me weak. Ain't that crazy? But that's what women are being taught with the feminists, right? That feminism are teaching women that whenever you're being submissive to a man, you're being weakness. You're being his do girl. So when I get any inkling of that bullshit, that you're fighting your feminine energy, your essence and shit like that, guys, then I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Okay, guys? And typically you'll find this out, guys, whenever you ask a woman to do the slightest little thing, she makes it a big issue. Okay? You can say, hey, babe, would you bring me a glass of water or something like that? It's a big issue with her because she feels like, oh, you must think I'm your servant. Some women would even tell you that. So I don't want to deal with no shit like that, guys. No woman who thinks doing anything for me makes her my servant or my maid because she associates that with weakness. So I don't tolerate that shit, guys. All right, guys? So I look for a woman that's in her natural feminine essence. A woman that hasn't been brainwashed with this social programming bullshit that being a woman makes her weak. Being a feminine woman makes her weak. Next, guys, value she brings to my life. Basically, guys, what I'm looking for in that situation is I'm looking for a woman who doesn't have I am the prize mentality. A woman who has the I am the prize mentality will bring no value to your life, guys. Guys, here's the whole thing with men and women in a relationship. It runs on a value system. Okay? For all you guys who are struggling with your girl or you can't get your girl back, understand that it boils down to the value you provide. Plain and simple. There will be no submissiveness. There will be no ball licking without value being presented. Okay, guys? And the same thing goes for a woman. But a woman who has the prize mentality will bring no value to your life. I want a woman that I don't have to ask her to do stuff. She asks me, and basically what I mean this is, she'll say something like, Daddy, you want me to cook for you on Sunday or something? Maybe I don't want her to, but she asks. That lets me know you're purposely trying to bring value to my life. A woman who sees that your neck hurt, your back hurts, like want to massage your neck or something like that. Of course she's gonna do it if you ask, but you shouldn't have to ask all the time. A woman who's intentionally trying to bring value, you don't have to ask. She knows I need to bring value to this relationship other than being on my fucking back in the bedroom. I want a woman that brings value, not just sex. Okay, guys? Bring some fucking value. And that's hard to ask for now because every woman, particularly the women I'm going to date, guys, once you guys get into that 8, 9, 10 bracket with women, the 8, 9s, and 10s, they tend to think that they all have the I'm prize million. It don't matter you're a millionaire. It don't fucking matter you're a deca millionaire. They don't give a shit. Instagram tells them they're the prize. TikTok tells them they're the prize. Even though they work at Hardee's and they live with their mama, they're the prize. Next, guys, to get in my rotation, accepts me for who I am. Guys, what I don't want, and the reason why this girl who I've been with now for 5 years, consistently since I met her the first day I got here, she don't never bring up relationship, monogamy. The Sunday chick was getting on my fucking nerves. If y'all remember the infamous Sunday chick, the bitch was getting on my fucking nerves with that damn, where's this going? She was getting into that damn, wanting that damn relationship all the time. This girl don't bother me. She accept me for who I am. She knows I'm never going to be a one woman type guy. That's not who I am. She knows that. Okay, guys, even before the polyamorous lifestyle, she knew I was dating girls on other days. Okay, and I still would date girls on other days, but even then, that'll be the whole goal would be to bring us with them with her, right? It's not that I want to have this girl on Tuesday, that girl on. I want to have group meetings, right? I want to have, it's less stressful, right? Just want to have a group meeting. I don't want to train clients individually. Let's have a group session. I'm an old man. An old man. Right, guys? But getting back to my point, that becomes taxing. Any of y'all guys who don't have these consistent rotations, you know what the fuck I mean. It gets annoying every goddamn 2 weeks you got a girl that's trying to upgrade. This girl here, she just accepts her position. This is who he is. She don't even bring it up. That's what I want. Just accept me for who the fuck I am. A polyamorous dog. Next, guys, she must have a career. This is just simply, guys, to prevent vindictiveness. What I found, your experiences might be different. What I found is that women with careers tend to act different when the relationship ends. You have a greater risk when you're dealing with some scallywags or some vindictiveness, some bullshit. Women with careers, a female police officer ain't finna turn into petty patty when the relationship ends. She has a fucking career. She gets a fucking pension. Okay, guys? So I don't want to fucking deal with no girl who ain't got a career. Not saying that I won't. But it's a preference. That's what, I'm glad I touched on that, because I want to explain something to y'all guys, as in preference and a deal breaker. A woman not having a career is not a deal breaker, but it's a preference. A lot of women prefer a taller man, but it's not a deal breaker. So when y'all guys hear all women throw out all these, oh, I want a man that's 6'6", guys, please understand, all these are preferences. All these are preferences. They're not deal breakers. So a woman who doesn't have a career, that's not feminine energy. That's a deal breaker. Okay. The value she brings to my life, that's a deal breaker. Okay, guys, you got to bring some fucking value, or you just gonna be goddamn a girl I'm sleeping with. I'm not finna date you consistently and treat you with experiences and shit, and you bring no value. Okay, guys, a girl who constantly is trying to upgrade the relationship every other day, get on my nerve with where it's going and shit like that, that's a deal breaker, because you disturbing my peace. Now, a career, that's not a deal breaker. That's a preference. But that is something to protect myself from bullshit. Because that's what I've seen from women who don't have careers. They tend to turn into petty patty when things end. And lastly, guys, and this is a big one, don't need me financially. Guys, I teach y'all guys I provide the experiences, right? Provide experiences for women, and you pay for all of it. If you're somebody who don't make money like that, then you pay for most of it. If you're somebody who live with a woman in bills, I suggest you go 75, 80% of the bills, right? Preferably, guys, if you can for the experiences, I prefer you to pay for all of it. You can make her pay financially some other way by cooking and buying the groceries and shit, assist like that. But I can't have no girl who I got to help pay her light bill. Guys, you need to have your money to invest and grow for you. You don't need to be taking on no fucking liabilities. And that's what a woman who can't pay her own fucking bills is, a fucking liability. Now, guys, just to be clear, a woman who makes good money still doesn't mean she can pay her own bills. You got a lot of financially irresponsible women out here. So don't think just because she's a judge or she's a lawyer, yeah, but she got a BMW she can't fucking afford, and you still got to contribute. And then you got some women who think that since you're the man, you should be helping her pay something anyway, regardless of what she make. And for you less desirable guys, that might be something you need to do. I don't got to do that. No, I'm 6'4", bitch. I'm 6'4" barefoot. Yeah, I'm 6'4" barefoot, and I'm easy on the eye. Very easy on the eye. I don't got to do no compensation around here. Yeah, we don't do no compensation around here. So, but some of you guys, you might need to do a little compensation. Financial assistance, even if she don't need the money. I'm not going to do it. I don't got to do it. You see you looking at the camera right now. You know why I ain't got to do it. But anyway, guys, I'm not taking on the liability. I'm not adding another bill to my life. Life's stressful as it is. The last thing I do is add another woman who going to add another fucking bill to my life. So she must be financially dependent. All right, guys. So that's what I got for y'all. That's what I don't really do the rotations as much no more. I will, but I've more adapted to the polyamorous lifestyle. That's where I'm at now, guys. All right. I'll get back with you guys next time.